What is up, guys? This is Greg from Spartans Legacy with another war recap. Brought three guys on. They've all been on my show before. Grizz, say what's up.
What's up, man?
Brought on LDP again. Say hello.
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
And then I brought Sin back on as well. Say what's going on.
What up, what up?
So, guys, first week of the playoffs. Starting with Grizz, what are your thoughts?
Man, shout outs to Reddit Omega for a badass war because we were nervous. We were confident the whole way, but once they got those that first Town Hall 11 triple we knew that was going to give them a lot of momentum. So it just kept us on the edge of our seats till the end of war, you know?
Okay. LDP, what did you think, man?
Oh, I thought it was fun. It's the first war I've been pretty nervous about in a while, and it was tight the whole way. And then at the end, when we finally got that last triple, chat was going crazy. It was awesome.
And Sin, what did you think of the war, man?
I actually loved it, bro. I mean, we haven't had an intense war like that in a while, so definitely it was stressful. But and I agree with Grizz that 11 days they triple just shook us a bit, you know.
Yeah. Well, real fast, I wanted to give a shout out to Koopa, who came over and streamed for us. He had an interview with us. Really, really awesome guy. Just wanted to say thanks real fast. Now, this next week we're going against the Swarm, right?
Yep.
So, what are your predictions for this next week? How many 10v10 triples? I'm not going to point anybody out. I'm just going to say as a group, how many 10v10s you think we're going to have?
North of 5.
North of 5? All right, I can deal with that. Chris, how many do you think we're going to have?
Oh, I don't know. You know, if we get 4+ in a war, I do think it's going to be a group situation. Because it's going to be a lot more higher weight bases.
Okay. LDP, what are you feeling? I know you've been pretty hot on 10v10, so what are your thoughts on how many we're going to have?
5 to 8.
Okay. All right, so our first 10v10 this war was by LDP. So whenever you're ready, man, take us through it.
All right. Hitting play now. You ready to go?
Yep, I'm all ready.
All right, hit play. All right, so with this base, kind of just saw that after a few attempts that the queen was pretty exposed, and you could get the queen and an AD with just the king, and so that was the plan. And there's also a hound in the CC, so I wanted to get some value out of her, so decided that it'd be a lot more worth it to grab that second AD down there at 6 than to try and send her in after the BK, and then she'd just get hung up and not really get much value. So ended up getting a lot of value out of just the heroes. And after that, it's just counterclockwise Lalo around the entire base. And those are always fun. Queen actually didn't get as much as I wanted, so the loon pathing was a bit off, but I guess it still worked.
One thing I have to say I noticed about this raid is you pulled the hound and loon away, which was really smart, down to 6 o'clock with an archer. Did you come up with that, or did somebody else? How do you plan for that?
Well, I didn't actually think I was going to pull the hound. The BK lived longer than I thought he would. I thought he'd just take out the queen and then die to the BK, but he jumped in a couple tiles too far, and so pulled him down. I had 3 archers for the huts, and so I just dropped one early to pull him down to 6 because I didn't want any of the pups obviously getting stuck on him and popping that hound, and then have a pup war to decide if I'm going to get the triple or not.
Yeah. So real fast, I wanted to go ahead, Grizz. I'm sorry.
I wanted to say something about this raid. This was after I had to leave the planning session for a little while. I was on an errand, to get Super Bowl food or something, and it was actually late in war. I know you said first triple because that's the first triple we're going over, but it was like our fourth or fifth triple in the war, right?
Yeah.
Fourth.
So it was really close. It was like 27 to 27 in triples overall. I was driving down the road, not supposed to be looking at my iPad, and LVP gets the triple, and my window was down. So I looked to my left and yelled, "Sparta!" Family in the car next to me is just kind of looking at me like, "What the fuck?"
So, guys,
it was at a pretty clutch moment because even though it was their lowest base, it was overall a pretty good base design. I mean, we had 3, 4, maybe 10v10 misses on it. I can't remember exactly, but finally getting the bottom base really helped us.
It was annoying because it was an 85 and we tripled 2 89s on the first hit and then struggled on the 85.
we've got LDP commenting on Valley's raid, so whenever you're ready, man, go ahead.
All right. Go ahead and hit play.
All right.
All right, so on this base, we have another one of those hero swaps for ADs or Inferno Towers or Queen. And on this one, we had a really good demo from one of our Town Hall 9s that showed we could get, the AD and the Inferno Tower just for those heroes. And so we tried it a couple times and got some really high percent 2 stars, but couldn't quite get the 3-star. And then Valley just comes in and wrecks it. So got the AD and Inferno Tower down. And now he's essentially just going to surround the base in loons. And in the previous attacks you'll see coming up here, you can see the bomb towers surrounding the queen. It's kind of a nightmare for, those skelly spells, because they're obviously not shooting loons or hounds, so they're just focusing on the skellies on the ground, and that kept, letting the queen live. But in this one, I think we get, pretty fortunate. I think the loons just drop straight on the queen. And after that, since the queen was finally down on this one, the base was just wrecked.
Oh, I remember this raid.
Real fast, I wanted to give a shout out to our Town Hall 9s who went, 20 for 24 or 24 for 20? Is that the stat?
Yeah,
it was 20 for 24. It was sick.
Yeah.
I think you get 24 for 20.
We scouted every base +1.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and not only did they go ham on the 9s, but they had 3 or 4 incredible scouts, or demos, I guess I would call them, that we used that same demo or that same plan to triple the 10. It showed plan viability.
Here's one thing this raid specifically, like LVP pointed out, that the loon drops got lucky and killed the queen, right? I think it's either this raid or another raid that we tried to replicate after the first time. The first time they did it, the loon drops killed the queen, and then the next 3 times it just didn't work, and the queen destroyed our raid, and then we finally got it. And if the Town Hall 9s weren't destroying, and Greg and Leroy and Oreo weren't destroying, Town Hall 11s, we wouldn't have all the extra hits to do that stuff. So,
yeah. Gotta get those jobs done first before you can go big on the 10s.
Yeah, shout out.
Essentially giving us the ability to FC war bases sometimes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Grizz said earlier, real fast, just want to point out, what was Leroy's hitting percent right now? Like 89% on 11s?
He's at 89. He's listed at 87%, but that's because he has 2 accounts, and one of his accounts had 2 for 2 on it, but he's only used 1. So overall, he's at 89.5%, I think.
That's insane. And the third 10v10 triple we're covering is by Sweramus, and I'm going to have Sin walk us through this. So whenever you're ready, buddy.
Yeah, that raid actually I remember that raid because I think Tony hit it first, and me and Hex were sitting planning for it on voice with Tony. And this base in particular has very, very special place in my heart. You know, it's a very well designed base. I want to thank the builder that designed the base. He did a great job, and you can go ahead and start it.
Okay.
All right. So what Suri does, he drops minions to help him funnel, because the whole point of this attack is trying to get the heroes. Basically, he does a naked walk, a naked AQ walk, to get the heroes inside, to do a suicide hero, basically. So he drops his king, funnel is great, minions funnel the heroes in, drops his wall breakers. Now, the good thing about this raid, also what he thought, he didn't want to press the PK ability, because he didn't want to trigger the CC. And that's why you'll see the king die. It's not because of anything. So he did that on purpose.
Yeah, I remember thinking he missed it, but then realizing he didn't.
Yeah, no, he did it on purpose. And now he pops the queen ability, takes out enemy AQ. Then, when he told me that he's going to spam this base, I said, what? What are you smoking? So when he went in and spammed that shit and tripled it, I was like, God damn, boy. That was a beautiful spam, man. I mean, his loon drops were on point. He takes out the whole base, and it's all she wrote from there, you know?
Well, there's one thing about spam attacks that I think people tend to forget. Spam attacks are a lot of luck involved, but you can tweak that luck to where you've got a much higher percentage of, you know, being consistent with it if you practice it and learn the tendencies of the raid and everything. Like Sweramus practices these in FC a lot, so he's got it down pretty good, doesn't he?
Yeah,
he does. Yeah. I mean, we practice non-stop. Anybody that is in Spartan Legacy will tell you, Town Hall 10s does not stop practicing on chat. And that's what makes us strong, bro, you know?
Yeah.
All right, Grizz. So take us through this next part.
All right, so this is the fun part of the video. I get Spartan of the week, and this week it's Hexazine. Because Hexazine is a bad motherfucker. This was our first triple, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The war. So we started off a little cold this war, and it started off 1-2 at 10v10, and that made us a little nervous until Hex jumped in and dropped this triple. It was pretty first thing in the morning, I think, and so yeah, he starts off as another one of these raids where we don't use a lot of troops, but we get a lot out of it. He drops his queen behind the golem, and he's going in, as you see there, he's about to take out the Inferno, and he split up his heroes here. His king's going in. I was watching this raid. I didn't actually think that he was going to get that air defense, but he does, and he had a little extra room there. So he gets all that done, and then he starts dropping his Lalo. Nice and easy, just like all these raids that we've seen. Anybody's been practicing their Lalo since the new update. Wouldn't you all agree?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I haven't, but
yeah, I remember this raid. He started his Lalo early to basically create a funnel, and then all of his balloons basically went right through the core of this base and just destroyed it. Like, you could tell this base was wrecked a good, 90 seconds before the raid was over.
And that was an 89, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was an 89. So, and there actually wasn't. I'm not sure what the demo raid was for this, but I think it was. If it was Hex, it was probably something just like drop your hounds and.
Was this the one where it was
CC,
just
I'm
like
good.
6 hounds and just drop them in a circle?
Probably. Can't say for sure, but yeah, I mean, this, he just crushed this base. Nice funnel, and then again, nice funnel with his loons. And there you go, triple. One play. All right, so taking us into the next raid. This raid's actually pretty fun because Arbor is one of our Town Hall 9. He was one of our few Town Hall 9 transfers that we pulled up from WAS this season, and he did this exact same thing. And he destroyed every single defense except for 3 buildings. Like, we, for a second, thought that he was going to get a 9v10 triple. So he starts off, and Hex takes his king. He was nervous as hell when he did it because we didn't want to take that much stuff because he wants the queen to actually walk out after she kills the Inferno. In the first raid, the queen ability was used a lot later, which caused the CC to come out. So that was why Hex pulled his a little early. He didn't want to lure the CC. So, as you see, Suicide Hero and straight into the loons. And again, this is almost exactly how Arbor did it as a Town Hall 9, except Arbor didn't have that beautiful freeze. One thing that Hex did, as you can see, he missed with his skeletons. He tried to drop them on the queen, but they're on the other side of that wall. And they don't actually get her. She stays up, I think. Yeah, she kills those 2 pups, but this base is so wrecked. There's so many freaking loons left that it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
So, as you can see, he just, drops that heal, and he still crushes the hell out of this base, even though he missed that queen. So, cool thing about this is we talked about Hex getting our first triple. So he gets his first triple, and I was on voice chat with him. I was like, hey, Hex, did anybody see number 9? He was like, what happened on 9? And we told him about our. So he looks at it, and then he triples this base like 20 minutes later, I think. So he actually got a 6-pack very early in war, and that was a huge boost to our players.
Yeah, and waking up and the 6-pack was a big confidence boost for me. Mm-hmm. 2 10v10s already when I wake up.
And that's an 89 also, again.
That would be LDP. That's his thing, is to get annoyed about people not attacking while I'm just kidding, man. We're always trying to work out how to move our Town Hall 10 game faster because we have so many Town Hall 10s. And that's one of the times we always lag out, is when most of our American players go to sleep. So
yeah, the guys who are up at that time, our German players or our players in different parts of the world like to plan with our American players. So even when they're up, they usually are waiting for the American guys to get up so we can all hop on voice chat.
Yeah, because they're kind of spread out. The guys that would have the chance to hit while we're asleep are either Town Hall 9s, so they finished up, or they're Town Hall 11s, so they're holding until later in war.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So going straight down the list, we'll just kind of do a wrap-up session here. Grizz, any final thoughts you got?
Yeah, man. This is to all the Spartans and Spartans Legacy. Y'all know we got the Swarm this weekend, so let's just fucking bring it and crush the shit out of them. I'm tired of being nice to anybody. I guess we haven't been being nice to anybody. We've been crushing the shit out of everybody. So let's keep it up and crush the shit out of them like we have been.
All right, LDP, what are your final thoughts on everything?
I thought it was an awesome war. Had us on the ropes, and I know I'm pretty sure most of the other leaders were a little nervous when that first and second 11v11 dropped. We hadn't, been in chat saying, do we need to start looking at the percent game here? And it was the first time in a while we did that. So, we were nervous and pretty excited when we finally pulled it out. And I'm looking forward to the Swarm too. Second or third best record in the CWL, so it's going to be another nervous one, but I think we should crush it.
All right, Sin, and what do you got? Anything left from you?
Well, RO, it was a great war. Good luck in the future. Thank you for that awesome weekend. And now for the Swarms, get ready, because you haven't seen Spartan Legacy at its best yet.
So real fast, I just want to point out that the thing I'm looking forward to most is actually the recap that the Swarm is going to try to copy off of us after this next war. So that's going to be the best part of it, I think, for me. So LDP, do you want to close this out real fast?
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in to Greg's channel here, the dopest channel on YouTube. This is Sparta, bitches. Now fuck off.